Sometimes things don't go your way. It doesn't matter how hard you work at it or what you plan on doing. Sometimes it's just the way that it goes. And, we didn't play a very good first half. And my job as a head coach is to get us ready to go, get us ready to play. Certainly I thought we were. We got hit in the mouth a little bit, didn't run it very well and didn't stop it very well in the first half. And, they jumped out on top of us. So, I'm really proud of the second half effort in this team, and I don't care anyone that has anything to say about that because it'd have been really easy to lay down in the second half and say, well, we'll be in the same spot next week. But that's not what this team's about. I think it showed great leadership. I think it showed belief in each other. And for these guys to fight all the way down to the wire, I'm proud of that. I think I let our guys down. We had plenty of opportunities down in the red gold area, and we didn't score touchdowns. And my job's to get us in the end zone. Settled for a field goal early in the second half. Should have went for it. Thought was try to get points on the board. And, we were struggling to run it a little bit. Had a couple throws to the end zone, didn't get in there. The next one was going to be a 2-possession game anyway. My thought was let's make it a 2-possession game. And then certainly, we had a chance at the end. With the coverage they played and the alignments they lined up in. Naturally, I wouldn't have called if I didn't think it was. I thought the quarterback run was a good play. We just came up a little bit short there. So, I'm proud of the fight in this team. I'm proud of the way that they play for each other and they believe in each other. It's you got to bounce back. I mean, it's just one of those things. You'd like to win them all, and it didn't happen tonight. Bottom line is we play again at home next week. Against a Troy team that I think is playing better and better as the year goes on. We control our own destiny. We gotta take it in our hands and we gotta go control it. And it stings, and this one's gonna hurt for a week until you can kind of get this taste out of your mouth, and especially for me. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that we can do better as coaches and as players, and we need to do them better if we want to win.
What did South Al's defense do that complicated the goals on calls?
Well, I don't think we ran the ball very well tonight, really at all. And I think when you run it well down there, there's a threat of run and pass. And every time we got down there, we didn't run it very effectively. We popped a couple runs, but didn't consistently run it. I thought they did a good job up front. I thought they, kind of knocked us back a little bit. I thought they had a good plan for what we were doing. I didn't think we handled the movement very well, which we talk about all the time. You handle it well, it could be really good plays, really big plays, and if you don't, it's tough sledding. So their front was, it's a good front. We played against them last year. Did some good things last year. Didn't do enough of them tonight.
On the first drive of the game, you go for it on 4th and 2 and you make it. Did that impact the decision to go for it again on 4th and 2, or what went in?
Yeah, sure. Went for it on 4th and 2 and got it. Felt like we had a good plan on the edge a little bit there with kind of what they were doing. Thought we'd be able to get it again. Now I certainly wish I'd have kicked the field goal there.
Defensively, second half, only 0 points. What adjustments did you guys make in that second half for the South Alabama team?
Play better football. There's no secret. I told them that at halftime. I wish I could tell you there's a secret play, there's a secret call. There is none. You got to play better. Thought we played a lot better up front. I thought we tackled much better. Did a good job controlling the quarterback runs. We knew that the eye discipline issue was going to be a thing. The way they move guys around and kind of counters and all these things that they do. So, we played with great eye discipline in the second half. We played really physical football, and I thought we tackled really well. And, we've kind of all been part of these games before where it's, for us, if got you there, Kevin. For us, if we kind of stop the bleeding a little bit sooner, he's probably on the right side of things.
Chandler gave you, he comes in, has to come in cold for Ben, and he played excellent and was able to make plays with his legs as well, and that couple of touchdown drives. Just talk a little bit about his performance, having to come in cold like that and just be able to lead the offense right off the bat.
I don't think you could say enough about people like Chandler. Guy who fought and competed his tail off to win the job. Went in a different direction because we thought that was the best thing for our team. He never pouted. He never complained. He just worked every day. I don't think there was one person on that sideline that was concerned whenever Chandler went in the game. we see it every day. I mean, every day in practice, he goes out there and he works and he does his job and he functions at a really high level and competes. But to come in those situations that he's been forced to come into the last couple of years, I mean, it's unbelievable. The guy's clutch. He's worked for his opportunity, and whenever it showed up, he was ready. If he hadn't, probably wouldn't have been the same outcome. But he did. He worked his tail off day in and day out for us, and so he's getting his opportunity. He played really well for us there.
His skill set, does that allow you to go more up tempo like you guys did there in the second half, or was that just because you guys were down and kind of running out of time, you had to go more up tempo?
A little bit of both, but he kind of thrives in that a little bit more. He and Ben are both very good processors, but both very different in the way they approach it. Chandler kind of thrives in the tempo world and kind of see it the way you see it and go play ball. And, Ben, that's not really his favorite, style of play. So Chandler, he does a really good job with the tempo stuff for us. He pushes it. He does a great job. And, it was a little bit of both, though. We had to go fast because we had to get some scores, and certainly I think it's part of his game.
Ben got him. He went down or looked shaken up twice before he actually went out. What can you say about him physically right now?
I don't know. Right now it probably doesn't look very good, coming off the field. But I don't know, right now. Certainly we'll, he's been down before, and, he's worked his way back in it. We didn't think he would. So, we're going to, we'll see what the doctors say and everything. And, we'll go from there. But, I'm not sure.
After falling way behind, the defense gave you a chance to come back by forcing a lot of punts, like 5 out of 6 or something like that. What changed there for the defense? We just played better. We were striking up front. We were holding gaps. We were getting off of gaps. Our eyes were in the right place. We tackled better. It was knockback tackles. We had one thrown over our head in the first half, which hadn't really happened all year. We did some uncharacteristic things in the first half. We fumbled, lost a fumble, threw a pick. Those are things that we haven't done all year. And for us, offensively, when we've turned the ball over, we've lost. Our defense settled in, and they did a good job. They did a great job in the second half. They gave us a chance to win the football game. And, I'm proud of the belief in that locker room and the way that they fought through it. There are no moral victories in this thing. You win or you lose. But, there's a lot for these guys to be proud of the way that they finished. If we can get that type of effort and execution, I think for 4 quarters, I think we're hard to beat. There weren't a lot of just wide open drops, but there were a lot of balls that could have been caught tonight that weren't. That could have made a difference in this game as well.
There's a couple plays in the end zone that we had a shot at. They were bang bang, like you said. I don't know if I'd say they're drops or, pass breakups or what they are, but obviously we thought we had a good plan to get some guys in the end zone and get them an opportunity to be one-on-one with some guys we thought we could win on, and we came up a little short. So my job is to get them open, and they weren't open enough.
Did the injuries play a role? And it just seemed there seemed to be a lot more juice for y'all in the second half. First half you looked a little flat. Was that just South Alabama, or did the injuries play a role in that middle?
I don't know. I'm not going to ever sit up here and make excuses, so I don't know. I think they did a really good job. I think they punched us in the mouth, and I think it took us a while to catch our balance and come back and fight back a little bit. We're not going to make excuses. It doesn't matter who's in and who's out. At the end of the day, we've worked our asses off to get here to 8-2, whatever we are right now, to have a chance to win the Western Division. We have worked really hard for this. Some of these guys for 2 and 3 years on end. So there's not going to be any excuses made in our building. We're going to own it. We're going to watch the tape, and we're going to adjust, and we're going to come back next week, and we're going to fight like hell to win. That's kind of what this group is. We're a bunch of fighters. So we're going to scrap, and we're going to try to find a way to get the next one. But there won't be any excuses here.
You guys blocked the punt, gave a good field position there. Did you, with the momentum swinging in there, did you think about going for it on the 4th down, or was it automatically like, hey, we're just going to take this lead and make this a 2-possession game?
I wanted to go for it, truthfully. I did.
I just didn't feel real confident in it at the time. You know, we'd struggled in that zone, and to me, you know, I know the book says this, that, the other. You know, I think sometimes getting something out of it is better than maybe nothing. You know, and that's all, like, again, you know, that's for me. You know, if we score a touchdown right there, the game's over. We win the game. So, you know, you gotta do things to win the game. And yeah, you know, I wish I'd have kicked the field goal the first time. You know, I wish I'd have went for one of those and got one. But you know, you can wish all you want. You know, it just didn't happen.
Anything else, Coach?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.